Welcome to Half Blacksmith Show.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Half Blacksmith Show. I have this in right now just because I have the heat on and I don't want the audio to sound all crappy. But today, matter of fact, there's a bunch of videos I'm going to have to make. There's a lot of stuff that happened this week. But the first one that I want to talk about, I'm going to have to make separate videos for all of them because, man, there's a lot of stuff and there's a lot of stuff I got to get off my chest. First thing, though, is I had numerous conversations this week of people asking me, what I thought of them. They're like, do you think I'm making progress? I don't know. Do you think I'm good? I don't know. I couldn't answer that. My opinion of whether you're good or not is irrelevant. Do you think you're good? If you think you're good, okay. Maybe. Do you think you're bad? Okay. Maybe. Right? It's all subjective. Yeah, you can go be like, oh, you can't kick my ass. Oh! If you can't kick my ass, it's probably because I've been doing it longer than you. And there's people who I can't kick their ass because they've been doing it way longer than I have. I'm not basing whether or not I'm good off how good other people are. If you do that, then that just seems depressing, man. That sounds super depressing. It sounds like everybody else out here. Oh, so-and-so has this. Well, I'm not as good as so-and-so because so-and-so has that. Or, Jane over there did that. That's so cool. I'm not as good as Jane because she did that. Man, you can't compare yourself to other people because that's the wrong road to go down. Because there's always going to be somebody better. I mean, maybe, unless you become like the baddest motherfucker of all time.
I'm one of the baddest motherfuckers of all time. One of the best singers, one of the best looking motherfuckers you've ever seen. Hold my drink, bitch.
I'm at it, and yeah, there probably is going to be somebody like that. So, whatever. Maybe. But you can't go around and worry about what other people think. The more important thing is are you better than what you were yesterday? Don't worry about being better than the black belt over there, or the purple belt, or the blue belt, or whoever, right? Focus on getting better than yester you, right? Because if you're better than yester you today, and then a week from now, you're better than what you were today, and you keep going forward, you're going to make progress. And that's the only thing that matters. It's not how much progress that you've made. It's the fact that you've made progress. And comparing yourself to other people can actually hinder that progress, I feel. Right? You do it too much, you might get down. It might make you feel like you don't deserve to continue, you don't want to continue, that there's just so much of a gap between you and the other person that you're comparing yourself to even want to do it. And some people get really negative, they get negged out.
Also, my life is extremely going downhill because I'm getting acne and I'm getting fat and I'm balding right here. If you can't see the whole triangle, that is like a piece of hair. I'm balding. I'm turning ugly, and my face is getting fat for the rest of the day. And I can't even shower for work because I'm not going to be at home on time. I'm that badass Indiana. The badass Indiana cop.
And they'll quit doing whatever it is. Even if they were good, they just never thought they compared to the person who was better than them, and they gave up. But how do you know how good you're going to be if you give up in the middle of it? It's kind of my view on it. And that's what I tried to explain to him. Not so many words. that judging whether or not you're as good as me is kind of ridiculous. And I'm just using me because that's what they asked me. Judging whether or not I think you made progress is a little ridiculous. Not the coach. Maybe the coach is the one, or the professor, or whoever it is that gives you your stripes, or your belts, or your sashes, or whatever it is that dictates you leveling up. Maybe he's the one to impress. I don't know. But you do the same thing. You'd progress at the same rate, just trying to focus on getting better than yourself. It's like Dragon Ball Z, man. Goku.
My name is Goku and I'm a Saiyan from Earth.
You know, Naruto. You get all these different cartoons. They all have the same thing. Is that like these dudes, they want to get stronger and face stronger opponents because they want to test their limit. Because that's what a tournament should be, man. It should be you've made so many small, minor progressions and you haven't been able to test your limit. And so, you know, you enter a tournament, you find an opponent that you don't know, and you test your limit because you want to see who's the strongest. That's what it should be, right? Oh man, that's why I love Dragon Ball Z. Like, I can see how much that show has shaped me. The older I get, the more I get into fighting, it's like, man, all I want to do is train hard and then fight a strong opponent. And then go back and train hard. And then, you know, maybe lose to the strong opponent. So I got to go back and get my butt into even higher gear. Maybe push it to a limit that I've never been before. That's what I want to do. That's the way to do it. Beat yourself. Test yourself. Win or lose, train harder. Rinse, repeat. Rinse and repeat, y'all.